All right, my friends, it's time for the history of Nigeria. Located where? Oh, yeah, sorry. All right, my friends, it's time for Nigeria. Located where? On the western portion of Africa. See that? You know what that is. Ghana. All right. Nigeria, again with names. African continent with names. All right, so the two major biomes of Nigeria are savannas and rainforests. Okay, as you can see, savannas are in the sort of top portion right here, and rainforests are very largely dominating the south. Climate, there's the dry season. It's pretty dry there. Otherwise known as the dust season, November to mid-March. That's a crazy dust storm you're seeing right there. And the wet seasons, aka monsoon season. Now, the tropical monsoon climate is designated by... Nope, no, we're not gonna read that. That's... But it is originating from the South Atlantic Ocean, which is brought into the country by the maritime tropical... Basically, a warm, moist sea sort of brings that monsoon season from the Atlantic Ocean. Let's just leave it there. Savanna. A savanna is a rolling grassland scattered with shrubs and isolated trees, which can be found between a tropical rainforest and a desert biome. Good information. Not enough rain falls on a savanna to support forests. That's why you see scattered trees. Savannas are also known as tropical grasslands. They are found in a wide band on either side of the equator on the edges of tropical rainforests. Really good to know. So usually you find savannas on either side of the equator. The African savanna is one of the richest grasslands in the world. It passes through 27 countries and is home to almost 50 species of mammals and 500 species of birds. Many of the larger species, such as giraffes and elephants, have evolved to take advantage of the wealth of grasses that grow there. Let's find out how. So the three types in central and north Nigeria. There's the Guinea savanna in central Nigeria, Sudan savanna, and the Sahel savanna. Good to know? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there we go. So how do flora adapt to the savanna? So plants of the savanna are highly specialized to grow in this environment of long periods of drought. How? Well, they have long tap roots, which we can't see, that can reach the deep water table down below. Pretty tight, right? They also have thick bark to resist annual fires. Dope. Trunks that can store water. Extra dope. And leaves that drop off during the winter to conserve water. Never even thought of that. So the grasses have adaptations that discourage animals from grazing on them too, because they're alive. Some grasses are too sharp or bitter tasting for some animals, but you know how evolution and adaptation works, not others to eat, because they learn how to adapt to the bitter taste, right? The side benefit of this is that every species of animal has something to eat. Different species will also eat different parts of the grass. That's another adaptive trait. Probably behavioral, right? Many grasses grow from the bottom up so that the growth tissue doesn't get damaged by grazers, right? Pretty dope. Like, look at life. Many plants of the savanna also have storage organs like bulbs and corms for making it through the dry season. Yo, how dope is life, yo? Look at trees. Look at it. How about how fauna adapt to the savanna? Well, most of the animals on the savanna have long legs or wings to be able to go on long migrations. Dope. Many burrow underground to avoid the heat or raise their young. Right. Super apt. Makes sense. The savanna is a perfect place for birds of prey like hawks and buzzards. The wide open plain provides them with a clear view of their prey. Hot air updrafts keep them soaring, and there's the occasional tree to rest on or nest in. Yo, I never even thought of that. That makes perfect sense. So yeah, perfect real estate right there for hawks and buzzards, right? Birds of prey. Animals don't sweat to lose body heat. Believe that. So they lose it through panting. We've seen hyenas do that. Or through large areas of exposed skin or ears, like elephants, right? Like those of the elephant. That's it, yeah. Check out some more animals of the savanna. We got the black rhino. Beautiful. I hope not endangered. Oh, God. Are they in the stink list? I hope not. African rhino. See the change of color, or that might be mud. Not totally sure. Grevy zebra. Yeah, I said. Grevy zebra. I don't know who Grevy is, but it's a little arrogant to name the zebra after him. The golden mole. You know, I made a stuffed animal, the mole, with eyes on it. And somebody, my mom's Airbnb guest, actually took the eyes off to be clever. I didn't appreciate that. Okay. Aardvark. They eat ants, by the way. Elephants. I love them. God of protection of home in Hindu culture. aka, by the way, what's up with that? Baby elephants? I don't know why he's good. It's forming. Lions. Right? Called the king of the jungle, but really he's the laziest. No offense. She's the breadwinner right there. Look at them. Okay. Alright, and then different landforms. Let's get into it. Alright, so we have the mountains. This is a picture of the beautiful Naira landform. Look at that. You ever seen a mountain like that? It's like a tabletop. Well, a round table. Like a head, maybe more like a head. The Mandara Mountains. Wow. Oh my gosh, I would love to fly over there. In the stable plane. Wow. Mountains and valleys. Look, this is called the Niger Tracks. Look at that. Rainforests in the south. So in the rainforest we have the white-faced monkey, silverback gorilla, white-crested turaco, and now we're gonna talk about this. You know, let's talk about this for a second, right? This isn't just Nigeria. This is the world, right? Our idea of progress. So what's endangered in Nigeria? Well, everything that you've just seen, everything I just showed you, right? Nigeria's diverse landscape makes it ideal for a broad range of plants and animals. Many species live nowhere else on Earth. Unfortunately, there aren't very many national parks in Nigeria in competition for space with humans because we're the ultimate, oh gosh, I don't want to be negative, but we do the most. Competition for space with humans has left many species on the endangered list, right? Because we've got to have it. Many years ago, Nigeria's savannas teemed with giraffes, elephants, lions, cheetahs, and large herds of antelope. But today, most of these animals have been killed by poachers or their habitats have been destroyed. So we can't blame it all on the poachers. We're gonna have to look at ourselves too. Over a century ago, 2/3 of Nigeria was covered by rich tropical forests, like I've shown you. But due to the pressures of a fast-growing population of humans, the forests have been disappearing at one of the highest rates in the world. I believe a long time ago we used to check in with nature. I think we really think about that or care about nature right now enough to check in, you know? We haven't been taught our connection. 20 years ago, forests used to cover around 19% of the land. Now it covers less than 10%. Only 4% of the original rainforest. That means the rest of it was kind of man-made. Crazy. Don't believe me? I got proof, my friends. Unfortunately, focusonforest.org. Nigeria, once in the heart of the tropical rainforest belt, has lost about 95% of its total forest cover and now has to import 75% of the timber it needs for its own purposes. Yikes. Until recently, forests in the east were largely spared because the terrain made it difficult for heavy machinery and the road building. Now that the western forests have almost gone and roads in the east, meaning East Africa, have improved, logging companies are moving eastwards to East Africa. In 1991, the government set up the Cross River National Park in order to protect Nigeria's last large remaining area of rainforest. This forest is particularly important because it is one of the most species rich in Africa. As well as the huge diversity of plant life, many endangered animal species live there at the Cross River National Park, which I'll show you pictures of, including gorillas, leopards, chimpanzees, forest elephants, and drill monkeys. Around the park, there's a belt of land called the Support Zone, which is also mostly forest. It acts as a buffer area between the park and farmland further away. There are 105 villages in the Support Zone. And this is where it gets real sad. 6-lane highway in current news threatens Nigeria's last rainforest in Cross River State Park. So a proposed project in Cross River State would cut through protected areas, because why respect that, and threaten endangered species like the Cross River gorilla. Pretty messed up. It's from Smithsonian.com. So check out that article, SmithsonianMag.com, on the 6-lane highway threatening Nigeria's last rainforest. But let's check out those 6 national parks still left in Nigeria that conserve Nigeria's natural beauty, huh? We have the Monkari National Park. Look at that water. Wow, right? Can you imagine having the heart to tear something like this down? It's amazing. The Cross River National Park. Sad face. Kamuku National Park. Look at that. We only have like one of these in our area. This is gorgeous. Okumo National Park. Look at that bridge. I believe, I'm thinking about it, my mom has a framed picture of that was sold at IKEA across from her bed. It's pretty amazing. Look at that bridge. Would you walk on that? I would, because I lived a life of adventure. The Gashaka Gumti National Park. Look at those rocks. Wow. The Old Oyo National Park. Look at those boulders. I like how they just like top on top of each other like that, but stay stable. It's amazing. Yeah. Talked about that. The WCS points out that the highway project would cut through or disrupt several protected forest areas, including the Cross River National Park. So not just the Cross River, but other parks as well. Also the Ukpon River Forest Reserve and the Cross River South Forest Reserve, Afi River Forest Reserve, and the Afi Mountain Wildlife Sanctuary. All of that for this freeway. The environmental group Alliance of Leading Environmental Researchers and Thinkers Alert tells Chirimima C. Okeke at All Africa that the highway will open up much of that land to illegal logging, poaching, and development. WCS argues that the highway will not only disrupt habitat for the Cross River gorilla, but also forest elephants, Nigeria, Cameroon chimpanzees, drills, pruses, red colobus monkeys, pangolins. Don't know what that is. I'd love to look that up. Maybe you could look that up for your project. Slender snouted crocodiles, African gray parrots, and other threatened species. We implore the Cross River State government to reconsider the proposed highway and explore other ways of improving the strait's infrastructure. Come on, says Andrew Dunn, director for WCS's Nigeria Country Program. He said that in a press release. The project as it stands will displace more than 180 local communities, talking about indigenous tribal communities most likely, and greatly diminish the country's natural heritage. Come on, man. For quote-unquote progress, bruh. All right, my friends, now it's time for the Nigeria Pop Dunk. All right, what's a pop dunk? It's this. It's this. Okay, first. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work out. Okay. Where are the savannas in Nigeria? Can you answer that? Where are the tropical forests in Nigeria? Name 3 biota from the forests of Nigeria. What are 2 types of rhinos in Nigeria? What are the 3 types of savannas in Nigeria? Aha, were you paying attention? What are the 2 seasons in Nigeria? I know you know this. Name 4 biota from the savannah. What did savanna grass do to keep from being eaten, and did it work? Oh, that was going to be that one. Tricked you. What 2 biomes do you find savannas in between? Were you paying attention? Okay. 2/3 of Nigeria used to be tropical forests. What happened to them? And what is happening to animals in the savannah? If there are mountains, you know there will be... I don't know if I covered that, but the answer would be valleys. Okay. What is the country that borders Nigeria on the east side and the west side and the northeast corner? Now, I didn't say that. If you just rewind back to, or just look at a map, you will see when I said the names on the map. Yes, you will find it there. This is very awkward. Name 3 mountain ranges in Nigeria. And lastly, name 2 ways fauna survive in the savannah. Which way does the golden mole use, and which way does the giraffe use? Answer that, my friends.